This could actually be the worst thing you could say to somebody when they are trying to get rid of bad habits and start new ones. La 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 la. I like potatoes. Do you like potatoes? Hello, potato friends. My name is Janine and I lost 100 pounds. Eating a lot of potatoes despite the fact that I'm in my 40s and I have Hashimoto's. Boom. Wow. I bet you 100 people just clicked off that. If you don't mind me dropping some wisdom on you, I want to cover a topic that has come up over and over again in this community, well, in just any community of related to health and weight loss. This could actually be the worst thing you could say to somebody when they are trying to get rid of bad habits and start new ones. What's wrong with fill in the blank? Just say somebody's trying to quit tea lattes, almond milk with maple syrup, and you say, hey, what's wrong with that? It's not that bad. Don't let this make you start questioning the choice that you made. You made the decision to quit that habit and move on from it for a reason. The next part of this equation is you are being too hard on yourself. Oh, I spelled that wrong. I can't have that. That's just not good. That's gonna drive me nuts, okay? Just for the record, that's how it's spelled. So yeah, I have a problem with these things, but you know, in the right context, they can be a supportive thing to say to a friend, especially when someone truly is being hard on themselves. I totally failed on my diet and I ate an almond and everybody's just gonna think I'm such a failure. So embarrassed.
You're just being way too hard on yourself. It's not the end of the world.
When it comes to somebody trying to improve their eating habits and ditch addictive behaviors, or somebody's quitting alcohol or drugs or whatever it is, we don't want to be saying things like that to them. If I wasn't a strong person, maybe I would start second guessing when somebody says something to me like, what is wrong with that? It's not that bad. I would say, oh yeah, my addiction definitely is on board with that. A lot of us are too hard on ourselves, no doubt. That is just a human thing that we do. And that depends also on our personality, you know, how we were brought up, and maybe how conscientious we are too. Conscientious. So let's talk about some examples, and I'd love for you guys to comment down below if you think of anything as I'm talking. That's my dog. That's not me farting or anything. I don't know what that was. She's moving into a more comfortable position. Now, let's just say tomorrow I forgot to eat veggies for lunch, or I just didn't want to, and I was being a brat. Being too hard on myself would be saying, screw it, I'm not even gonna bother trying, I'm just gonna go back to the way I used to eat vegan junk food, who cares? Throw in the towel, I suck at this, everybody thinks I failed. That is being too hard on myself. That's not being honest with myself, that's just being dramatic. We interrupt today's video for a quick message from our sponsor. My tea latte habit was getting out of hand. That paired with pistachios, it was holding me back from weight loss. And I wish I could prove it to you guys. Maybe there's some way I can find proof. I don't know, but I chose to weigh myself once at the beginning of the month, and I'm gonna do that again at the end of the month, because I don't want to be obsessed over the scale. And honestly, I'm considering never weighing myself again. But I can tell you without a doubt, the day I cut out the pistachios, which was, I think, 5 days ago, not the day, but the next day I felt slimmer. And the next day I felt slimmer. And I swear, I feel like I've lost 5 pounds since cutting out the pistachios. I feel like a new woman. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut out my maple syrup tea latte habit. And some of you are asking why. It's not so bad. And I know that what it really comes down to is when somebody says that to you, they are questioning their own behaviors. So what I want to say to the people out there who are improving their health and just working on their thing, just keep working on your thing. You gotta have tunnel vision, keep going, ignore those kind of things. You know, I'm not criticizing you guys at all. Like, I've said these things to people before, and I'm just giving it to you from a different perspective because I'm on the other side of this now. And they're just trying to be supportive, right? There was somebody else that commented, what was it? Where is it? Okay, so here's the comment. This is the one I wanted to find. I don't understand why you don't eat what you want. Let's get into that. If I ate what I wanted every day, I would look like this. Let's put in a picture of me. I don't even have a picture of me at my biggest. So this is me after I've already lost like maybe 20 pounds. So this is me at around 240 pounds. This is what happens when I eat what I want. So I don't think I really need to make my case there. She says, if you satisfied your mind, you'll be eating the right way. No, I grew up eating processed foods. Eating that way for most of my life, I've paid for it now in my adulthood. And I honestly believe that if I had grown up eating a whole foods plant-based diet, that I would not have ever came down with Hashimoto's or had all kinds of health problems as an adult. I wouldn't have had a weight problem, for God's sake. That is like telling an alcoholic, why don't you just have a drink every now and then? I don't think some people actually understand how much of a problem junk food is and how many people are addicted to it. And the only way to change, to flip this coin, to get to the point where I am eating whatever I want, is to only feed myself healthy, unprocessed, whole plant foods, so that my body starts craving those foods, which, you know, I think I'm 90% there. But I don't think I'll ever not want the junkier stuff. I think that's just that's just cemented into my biology at this point. Like, it's part of my DNA. Like, all my little cells are like, they've got little memories of chips and chocolate and just junk food. She's saying, have some pleasure and it'll satisfy your soul and your body will be okay. I don't think that feeding yourself crap and junk and processed sugars and things that don't support your goals, I don't think that's a treat. In my mind, that is not a treat. That is feeding my addiction. She's talking about two separate things: your spiritual, emotional side of things and the biological side of things. To me, the way to find happiness and satisfy your soul is to go out and live your life and enjoy the people that you're with, and don't make your life about food. And I think just filling your life with things that make you happy and getting out there and doing the things that you've been wanting to do, whether it's skydiving or walking around your block or starting to run, learn how to be a triathlete, whatever it is that speaks to you, I feel like those are the things that we should be focusing on more to feed our soul. Just to clear the air, I'm not being hard on myself, I'm being honest with myself. And that's something I want to ask you today is, are you being honest with yourself? And do you recognize the difference between being hard on yourself and being honest with yourself? When you have your next slip up, or maybe you had one recently, are you beating yourself up over it? Or are you looking at it with honesty and neutrality and asking yourself, what can I do to change this? What can I do to do a better job? What can I do to set myself up for success? Because as Dr. Lyle says, and AJ said it, you have to work on your environments harder than you work on yourself. When I wake you up, am I waking you up? You're such a cutie. Yes, you are. You're so comfy.